Okay, Everett, here we go. Welcome to your first video analysis. As we go through this, we'll just talk about the rallies. We're going to replay them together. We're going to look at them a couple different times. We're going to look at some different metrics. For today, we're going to focus on how you did against Zach in the first game. We're going to look at shots that or points that he won, and then points that he earned. So there's a difference. If he wins a point but he didn't earn it, we don't want to count that. That's something we need to work on. So that's what we're going to look at today. Is who beat Zach? Who beat Everett? Was it Zach or Everett? So here we go. Let's look at this. And this is the open level stuff. So this isn't, if you're an A player, this stuff doesn't always come into play the same because they're not as punishing. But Zach's a good player, and he'll put the ball down frequently when you give him a chance. So let's see this first rally here. Okay, so first off, you don't want to cut off that ball. Let it come deep. Late in the game, once you realize he's hitting them right on the back wall, go ahead and cut him off. But early on, just play it easy. Take the ceiling ball, see what plays out. This is going to give you the ball hit the ceiling. You guys replayed it, so it's kind of weird rally to finish on. So there wasn't really anything there. Same thing here. It's going to go straight into the floor. Skip it. You know you skipped it. You need to wait for that ball, let it come back. So that's a point for him. He did not earn that point. It was nothing special on the serve, just a lob serve straight into the floor. Okay, here we go. This is much better. You stay back. You hit a ceiling ball. You get into position. Look at how you were facing him as he hits the ball. Now he's going to go for a cross court. Now he didn't execute perfectly, so that's why we covered the down the line. You had plenty of time to come back and get out. It barely hit the back wall. I'm going to go ahead and say he earned that one. You could have gotten it back, probably if you were a little farther over to give yourself room to swing. But at the same time, his was a really good shot. So he's got 2 points. He earned one. We gave him one for free. Here comes that skip again. Same thing. I mean, when you're doing that, again, you're swinging down. You're swinging over your head and straight down. And so you're going to see that a lot. You're going to see skips. So we'll go back 10 seconds here real quick, and we're going to mark that down as a free point for him. Here comes the serve. Watch it come straight over your head, straight down. Right there, you were all on your front foot. There was no core. If you're going to do that, you have to aim chest high on the front wall. You got to swing flat. But the easiest thing is don't cut it off. Let it come off the back wall. Or hit a ceiling ball, put him in the back, and get back to center so you can get good position. It's not bad, but you can see it came off the back wall, gives him a setup. He shot from the center of the court. So anytime you let your opponent shoot from the center of the court, comes back, there he is in the center. You're off position. All you have to do is hit this line, you'll win. Luckily for you, he misses it, and you're able to just barely tag it. He gets that one, and then you get him on the nice slow pass. Doesn't come off the back wall. So that was a point that you won, but you could have won it easier. You had to play a couple extra rallies. So it wasn't perfect, but now you're serving. So here we go. It's a nice Z serve. Defensive return. Okay, you're good. You're back. You're watching the ball. Your racket's in a decent spot. There's your swing right to the middle of the court. Okay, so he won that point. It wasn't a point, but he won the rally, and that was free. That shot went right to the middle of the court in front of the dotted line, and he was able to easily put it away. So watch it again. Right there. Easy. Not going to miss that one very often. Here we go again. Wait for it. Very nice. Good pass right down the wall. Everett, you earned that one. Comes to serve. Great serves, by the way. This whole game, your serves were just very awesome. That's a point. Okay, it's coming off the side wall, and he earned that. We gave it to him. Let's watch it again. A little more detail. So serve, come out of the box, did pretty good. Look at where you're at, just behind the dotted line, but look how you're bending forward. Your toes are facing straight forward, your chest is at the front wall, and you just kind of push it out from inside your body. If you had been turned sideways with your racket up, you would have easily been able to do anything you wanted with that ball because it came right back to the middle of the court, right to you. As a result, we hit the side wall, he's going to come in and put it down. Okay. We also could say that when he puts that ball down, you're running backwards. See how far back you are? You're in good position if he's behind you. Where he's in front of the dotted line, your toes want to be right on this dotted line, ready to go forward, okay? And you would have been able to get that. But again, The real error was that sidewall, feet facing forward. That was the first error that ultimately lost the rally. So that was another free point for him. So far, he's got a couple points. He's only earned one of them. I love the bouncing on the return of serve. Great, smart return of serve. He cuts it off. Again, I'm telling you, cutoffs are not smart shots. He does it a couple times this game. He never gets a good shot off of it. Cuts it off right back to the middle. Now, you should, right here, you're in position, your racket's up, you should go cross court. You can see it right now. Look where he's at. You've got him pinned. You've got him boxed out, and I believe you take a pinch here. And what does he do? Now you're over here out of position. He is over here. He's going to get it because it came off that side wall. Comes back to you. You dropped your racket. Watch this. So watch your racket down at your feet, and then you tried to react and poke it up. Couldn't do it. Should have won the rally in a different spot. Should have had the cross court, and then your racket went down, so you missed your second opportunity. But even then, he gave you another opportunity for that, if that makes sense. So you had two opportunities to win it in that rally, weren't able to convert on either one. So that's a free point for Zach. Okay, you're cutting it off again. That was a good cutoff. You hit this front wall chest high, like I was saying. You weren't going bottom board. Puts him in the back, chest high. He's going to be forced to return a weak shot. You're going to get a shot on a ceiling ball, and you skipped it right into the floor. So again, if you watch that, and we want to see how your body's moving, you're going to be running backwards. We're going to mark this down as a free point for Zach. Good play there. Now watch this. Sorry, I went too far forward. Sorry. Let's try this. Let's see if this is it. Oh, let me go back even farther. There it is. There it is. Okay, so see this? You can't really see it because it's off camera, but you're still running back. So you're on your back foot taking an aggressive shot. You need to go up to the ceiling unless you're set and then step into the ball. Be really careful with that. Okay, now I think we're going to see the rally we just saw. So he serves it. It's a good serve. You go up to the ceiling. Smart shot. Puts him deep. He hits it, and boom, right back into you again. Came off the back wall. You crowded slightly to the left side of the court, which is smart, and it gave you room so that when that ball hit the side wall and came into you, then you had an opportunity to hit it right down the line. Let's see why we missed it if we play it back just a little slower. Okay, so see this? See how your racket is down as you turn around? Now, I like that your elbow is coming out. You're getting ready, but you're just a little slow, and then you catch the ball a little bit too far behind your body and just barely skipped it. It wasn't much, but another point for Zach. Okay, here we go. So it's a good put away by him. Yours needs to come down the line. It hit the sidewall, came out right into center court. He was standing on the short line. He didn't earn that. That's another free point. Nice shot. That is a good shot, Everett. Here comes the serve. Another good serve. They didn't come off the back wall very far. So that one I'm going to say he earned. It didn't come off the back wall very far. It did come off the back wall, and as you get to be a little higher level, that's going to probably be a shot you don't want to give him, but it's really hard to keep drive serves off the back wall. It only come off a couple inches. He hit a great pass down the line. He definitely earned that shot. Okay, another one I like. Again, I like that you're putting him deep. It's chest high. It's hard to shoot. He is going to kill this one, but you know what? Every dog has their day. He earned another point. Okay, so he just earned two quick ones. There's a good pass. Okay, this is where you make the mistake. It's the same thing. You're here. Look at your racket. It's up. Look at that, Everett. Look at that racket prep. The only thing we're missing is look where your feet are angled. You should be angled towards the side wall, but also it's the shot selection that you choose. You should be contacting the ball right as it comes in just a little bit farther. You should be contacting it. You get a little bit behind it and then throw it into the center. Wrap it. You pull it around your body. Look where your feet are. They're facing the front wall, right? That's why you had a hard time executing the pass, is because of where your feet were pointed. And he got it, or he didn't get it. You got the point, but you got a little lucky on that. An easier shot. Again, take the easy shot. Look at where he is behind you. Just go down this line. Heck, he's running that way. Even this line, either line would have won you the point. Your pinch did too. I'm just trying to point out that, passes are where it's at. It was a good pinch too. It was down 2 bounces. Okay, here's another drive serve. Another good drive serve. Came off back wall a little bit. He plays defensive. Okay, you won that one, but you should have hit on the side. Okay, you really want to keep it away from the middle. He didn't get it, but it's risky. Oh, nice serve. Got him going the wrong way with an ace. It's a point for Everett. Okay, now that's your cutoff again that you don't want to do because you're not. Watch how soft you hit that. Watch how garbage this ball is. If you think about it, you're just pushing it. Stays up. It's head high almost. He comes in. That's honestly, I mean, some people might say it's a hinder, an avoidable hinder. You got out of the way pretty quick though, so I wouldn't give it to him. But the point is, look, he's in the center of the court. You're all the way over to the side running away because you had to get out of the way. If he takes a pass down this line, you're going to have a hard time getting it. He sends it down the middle of the court. Look at your racket prep. Holy cow, great job. Look at this. Coming back, getting that racket up, elbows out, comes off the back wall, and you just murder that ball. So you got away with it, but you could have gotten away with it earlier if you had kind of avoided some of those mistakes. So here's another drive serve. He sends it back. Look at where you're at. See, falling over. This is cool though because you're going to swing flat, and I'm pretty sure it just hits right on that side wall and dies, which is going to be a point. It's awesome. And that's from swinging flat. Even though you're falling over, you can still execute these balls right here. Boom. Good shot. Good shot. Okay. It's a good serve. Great get. I remember when I was watching this, I was super impressed with that get. Look at this. Look at you get back before he's returned the ball. Look, he barely just hit it, and you are behind the dotted line. You step, you do your quick step, then you step across. You barely get it back. Keep it down the sidewall. Go in front of him so that he loses sight of the ball for a second. Very, very good. And now look at you. You are just a little too far forward because he's in the back. Remember, he's all the way back and you're all the way forward. So the chances of him killing the ball are slim. He goes to the ceiling and you have to run all this distance back. And then you hit it. Good pass down the line, and then he kills it. So I'm going to say he earned this one, even though that pass did hit the side wall. It was still, sorry, didn't hit the side wall. It wasn't right on the wall, but it was pretty close. It would have been inside that side panel, so on the back wall. So that was a good shot by him. Okay, so it's shot selection, right? Tough serve, maybe. I can't really see it, but you got to keep it away from the center because that'll just eat you up. And then you got to get your racket up. You actually had that. See how that racket's down at your feet? Let's pause it, actually. Racket's decent here, but then when he hits the ball, you drop your racket and you can't get to the ball. Plus, you're standing forward. You don't face the sidewall, which is what you should do. Right here, when he hits that and you see it coming back at you, you should instantly face side, and you didn't. You just kind of leaned over. So that's a free point for him. It's a good shot. Okay, that's your racket down again. You had a great return of serve, very smart. You forced the weak return, which is exactly what you wanted. That ball comes right into you. Racket never comes up. You're bending down. Your balance is great. It's just that racket isn't ready. Your elbow never got back enough to hit the ball, and you just kind of poked at it. So that's another free point I'm going to say for Zach. We're at 10-4. 10 free points, 4 earned points. It's a tough serve, so not much you can do. Great shot by Everett. Good footwork. He gets it. Hits the sidewall and he wins. Oh, he skipped it. You got lucky. Nice serve. Made him look the wrong way. Okay, this is the same thing we saw earlier with your feet facing the front wall, I think. So see how you were sideways and then you just hit it way in front of your body with your chest facing the front wall with no core, and then also going into the corner. So ball's way too in front of you. Let it carry back farther. Stay facing the side wall. You got too aggressive and tried to rush the ball, and then it skips it. So that's another free point. You definitely had a setup on that shot. It's a good serve. The ceiling ball comes back. He gives you a ceiling ball, and here's your shot. You should win this. Your racket's up. You're going over. He is behind you, and it hits the side wall. Comes out for Zach. He shouldn't have that. Hit a side wall, and he kills it. So it's another free point. Got to keep that ball deep because he's too good. If you give him a freebie right at the dotted line, it's going to be really tough. Okay, good ceiling ball. We've fixed that issue. You haven't had any bad ones there for a while. His came off the back wall. Yours went into the center, so he was able to return it. Luckily, he didn't do much with it. He just kind of squatted over and poked it. Here you go. Again, rushing the ball. Wait for that ball just a little bit. See how far forward you're leaning? Your back foot is off the ground, and it worked out. You got a good shot, but you got to wait and get that down the sidewall if you can. Good serve, good shot here into that one. It was barely off the back wall, and he still killed it. Okay, good shot. Here comes the serve. Another one, misdirection with an ace. Looked short on the video just now, but it was not short. I remember I saw it. There's another serve that got a point. Okay, you got away with a little bit of luck on this one. Serve it, it got behind your body, and you were able to rip out a pin. She's behind you, though, so very good time to try that if you're not super far forward. Oh, that's a bummer skip. Let's go back. So I don't know if you can see it because you're going to go off screen, but also I apologize for the video quality. Steve filmed this and his reception must have been really bad. So you're looking really good. At this point though, see how your hand is still on your racket? Sorry, not your hand, I should say your non-racket hand. And see how your fingers are open on the grip? What would happen if the ball jumped right now? It's not going to because it's in the middle of the air, but see how your fingers are open on your racket? That's like not good at all. You want to hold onto that racket tight the whole time. You should never be letting go of it in the middle of a rally. And then you want to get this other hand off of that racket because that hand is going to restrict that racket. I know it's just steadying it, but you want to get everything off, and this racket should already be up. Your elbow should be back. And then you take the shot, stepping back, swinging down, and you skip it. So another free point for Zach. Good ceiling ball. Good get. Good racket prep. Hit the side wall. Should have had that rally. Let's see what happens here. Another one. And you got that one. So you could have had that rally earlier, but you did win it. So good job. Okay, nice. You were leaning back, so you took the position. Okay. So not a great shot by him. Came right back into the center. See, again, he is on the back wall. You hit a ceiling ball. He is all the way back. You are all the way at the dotted line. Your front foot is almost on it. You should be standing back by him. And what's going to happen is he's going to hit it. It's going to stay up, and you're going to be rushed to hit the ball. So you're going to miss it. You won't have time as well. You have time to work. Technically, you could have done this, but you don't do it because you don't have quite enough time. But you can't turn around. You're stemming straight towards the front wall. He's coming in from the back. If you had been back with him, you could have stepped into this ball and hit it down the right side of the court super efficiently. As is, you do that, he's going to get it back, and you poke at it and miss. So that's a free point. Also, that poke, your racket wasn't up. Let's go back and look at that real quick. So see, he hits it, and your racket wasn't up. I mean, it was up, but it wasn't aggressively up. So when you lean forward, you're also leaning forward over your toes. So you can't swing, no core. Just drill it right into the floor. It's a good serve. So that's a point that he earned. Here's another serve. Good shot. Okay, Everett, this is the same thing. You're just pushing that backhand. You're facing the front wall, and you're coming in, and you're pushing it into that corner. And look, that ball is up. It's going to hit that side wall. It's barely going to come off, and he's fast, so he's going to get it right down the line. That's the one that everyone was cheering for. But in reality, what I was trying to get the crowd to realize when they were cheering for him is if you had your racket ready here, if instead of doing a pinch, or even if your racket wasn't ready, if instead of a pinch you had been able to push it over to this side of the court, there's absolutely no way he would have been able to get a pass because by then it would have been long gone. So that's another poor shot selection. Okay, here comes the serve. And that is a good shot.